Hey guys, it's KJ for you, and welcome back to Tips, Tricks, and Tutorials. And for this episode of Tips, Tricks, and Tutorials, we're going to be playing Rust. Rust is a zombie survival MMO open world PvP game. It's a lot like DayZ. Now I never played DayZ, but that's what everyone compares it to. You can build stuff in this game. You can fight zombies. You could fight other players. I just want it to be known that I am starting on a PvE server, and the reason I'm starting on a PvE server is simply because I don't want to have to deal with other players killing me while I'm trying to do this video. I actually have another series that I'm going to be doing after this, which is going to be a Let's Play for Rust, and we already started building our houses and stuff, so you don't really get to see the very beginning parts of the game. So I wanted to show you the very beginning parts of the game so I can transition from this into the Let's Play series. Now, in this game, you're going to have to harvest things. Things you can harvest include, stuff like wood and wood, stone, iron, animals. You need to get stuff from animals. You get cloth and food and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you need to research in this game. That's a crate. That's a player-made crate. I don't know why there's player-made stuff here. There's also items that drop in the world. Right there was a loot crate. There's certain areas in this game that have loot crates, like this one right here. Got a med kit, some cloth and a flare, and somebody else's built crate. That's a crate someone built, like a player-made crate. And we're just going to run through here. I'm going to show you a little bit. Now you got to see a little bit of that. Now I'm going to show you right there is a stone. You go ahead and harvest your stone. Just to let you know, if you hold down the V button, you can do local chat. If someone's close to you, they can hear you. And if they're far away, they can't. The closer they are, the louder you'll be. Like I said, this is a PvE server, though, so I won't have to worry about, fighting other players. I will show you a trick really quickly. The grass is a little bit annoying in this game. It kind of gets in the way a lot. So a little trick you can do, if you hit F1 and type grass dot on space false, it gets rid of all the grass. You hit F1 again to close that, and you're good to go. So right now I'm going to be looking for three things. I'm going to be looking for stone, wood, and food. And there's a few different kinds of animals in the game. I'm going to fight a pig because it's the only thing I can catch. Well, not that I'm doing a good job of it right now. But there's deer. Deer are too quick. There's wolves and bears. Wolves and bears aren't good because they fight back. Alright, this is really difficult. Oh man, I'm having a really hard time with this. Oh, how did I miss him there? Alright, die, you son of a... Alright, it looks like he's stuck on the... Alright, he's stuck on the rocks. The rock, which is an item you need to harvest with when you first start, is very difficult to use. As you can see, it's very delayed, and I have to talk in between harvests because the harvests are really loud, but the rock is really slow, so that's why it's really difficult. Now, if you look on the bottom right-hand side, I do have a health and a food meter, so if that food meter goes down, I will start taking damage and I will eventually die. The first thing we're going to be wanting to make is a... If you go... first things first, you press tab, it brings up your inventory, and as you can see, I have gathered metal ore, sulfur ore, and rock stones. Those all come from those boulders. I've gathered raw chicken from the animal fat from the animal, and these things I looted. If you click up here at the top, you get a little crafting table, and the first thing I want to make is a stone hatchet. If you click on the stone hatchet, it tells you exactly what you need to make it, and I don't have nearly enough stuff to make it. So let's go ahead and we're going to get some more wood and some more stones for the stone hatchet. Yeah, like I said, the animals in this game are very... it can be difficult at times, depending on what animals are around you. If you have a lot of wolves and bears around you, you might be in for a rough time. They're very difficult. I think with an axe you could probably kill them, but it's not easy. Another thing is, once you get attacked, if you start getting attacked, on the bottom right-hand side, right above the health meter, it will say bleeding sometimes. If you're bleeding, then you have to use this item right here, a bandage, or you will continue bleeding until you die. You'll take damage. It's kind of like a DOT. Kind of got a DOT is a damage over time. These are player-made houses right here. That's a pretty nice-looking one. It looks like he might have got grief, though, because it looks like someone put poles right in front of his right in the middle of his things. I'm not going to get into the building mechanics. It's a little bit too advanced for what I'm trying to do here, but if people can build on your items, then they will grief you, and you know, it kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? By the way, you can get wood from trees. The problem with getting wood from trees is you only get 1 wood per tree per hit. It takes forever. What I'm looking for are wood nodes. Wood nodes are kind of like piles of wood on the ground, and you get 7 per hit, and you get about 90 wood per node. Let's see what's going on over here. Nothing. This is player-made stuff. Yeah, nothing there. Does have a sleeping bag. That's kind of weird. Sleeping bags allow you to spawn. Oh, by the way, that is a plane right there. It comes around once every day, and it basically does airdrops, and the things it drops are very good. And usually, I mainly play on the PvP server, so when that plane drops stuff, everyone goes to it, and it's a big firefight. Oh, we got a loot crate right here. Gunpowder and another flare. Pretty interesting. There is radiation zones in this game. The radiation zones, if you run into... I'll run into one right now. Alright, just keep your ears out. Listen. You hear that? It's my Geiger counter. It means I'm going into a radiation zone. As I'm in a radiation zone, if you look bottom right-hand side, I'm slowly getting radiation. And if that gets up to 500, you'll start taking damage. Alright, I just got a pistol. That's nice. That's really nice. Alright. See, if this was a PvP server, that guy would have gunned me down right after I got my pistol. Anyway. Yeah. So the next thing I need to do is get wood and stone. I'm going to pause the video here until I find some, so I'll see you then. Okay, I just came up here on a wood node, as you can see right there. Every time I hit it, I get 7 wood. Now I'm going to just get enough stone and wood to craft a hatchet, and then I'm going to continue harvesting that stuff while I'm crafting the hatchet. Now, while you're crafting stuff, there is a certain amount of time it takes to craft things. So, while you're crafting those things, you're slowed down. Like, you can see the stone hatchet right there. I now have everything I need, and I'm going to go to craft in 20 seconds. And while that 20 seconds, I can't sprint. It makes me very slow. So while that's going, I will just harvest this wood. And we got our hatchet. I do have a little bullet point thing over here I'm reading to. You know, hit the major points of this game that I want you guys to know about. Okay, the hatchet's done. We can now throw that away and use the hatchet. Now watch how much faster this is. Okay. Now this thing is the bread and butter. You can make a better hatchet than this, but this one's really nice because it's so easy to make. So if you're like on a PvP server and you're out there and you get killed, it's not such a big deal. What a dirtbag. Guy's a scumbag. He's following me, harvesting what I harvest. Oh, he probably lives in that house. He's probably not happy I'm, like, harvesting in his area. He can eat a dick. Anyway, so the next thing I want to talk to you guys is about blueprints. Now, blueprints are really interesting. They are basically... Now, you can't craft everything in this game right off the bat. Some things you have to get blueprints for. And, like, blueprints are basically a way for you to learn how to craft it. Once you get a blueprint, you study it, and then you could craft that item forever. I'm going to run in here really quick and see if I can get a blueprint. Although, you know, chances are I probably won't. What's this? Yeah, it's nothing. Let me see what we got over here. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick run in here and see if I can get a blueprint for you guys. And we'll see. You can see me. This is basically rushing into a rad zone. And someone built some things over the door here. So you can't get in. Because they're a dickhead. So let's see what we got over here. Nothing. Alright, our rads are getting high. Let's get out of here. So yeah, basically what you'll do is when you're looking for blueprints, like one thing you want on the PvP server or on any server is a metal door. Metal doors are basically doors you can put on your house that are extremely hard for people to break in. I'm not going to get into the details about it, but just they're harder to get in. You want metal doors. You want them early. So metal doors are a blueprint. You need a blueprint for it. You can't craft it right off the bat, but once you get the blueprint, you can craft the metal doors. So what you'll do is you'll come over to these rad zones and you'll kind of rush in there and you'll grab all the little like things in there and get what you can and get the hell out before you die. But a lot of the times, running into a rad zone is kind of like a suicide mission because there's also zombies in there. So what you could do is, you know, you could go in there just naked and don't worry about it and just study the blueprints. You could run into there, grab a blueprint, study it, and die, and you will have that blueprint forever no matter what. So that's a pretty early strategy one in the game. Don't rely on wooden doors. They're just, you know, they're not that safe. Shotgun shells. Alright, there's a zombie. We're going to get away from him because we do not... Oh, actually, let's go ahead and kill a zombie. Why not? I got a pistol. Alright, so... As you can see, there's no crosshair, so it makes the gunfire a little bit difficult. Alright, where is he? Boom! Right in the head. One shot. You're done. They're not all that easy. Okay, there, I got a blueprint. Alright, we got some more food. That's good. So I can live. Now, the blueprint is for Kevlar helmet blueprint. That's a really good blueprint. Kevlar is the best gear in the game. You can see right over here on the left side, you can wear different kinds of armor. There's cloth, there's leather, there's radiation suits, and there's Kevlar. Kevlar's top of the line. So what you do is you right click on it and study, and there you go. You can now make Kevlar. No matter what happens to you on this server, you can get killed. They can burn your house down. They can do whatever they can do to you, and it ain't gonna matter because you can always make that Kevlar. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is explain sleeping bags. Now, oh, look at this. This is weird. I don't know why they put crates in there. Sleeping bags are basically spawn points. You craft it with, what, like 20 wool, I think. So I'm going to kill some more, some animals out here and get my, not wool, you craft it with, cloth. So I'm going to go ahead and hunt some animals out here and see if I can get some cloth. Let's see, there's a chicken. Chicken. Oh, no, that's not chicken. That's a... What the hell was that? It's like a trophy something? I don't know what that was. Kind of weird. Oh, well. I'll ignore it. Let's see if we can find some animals out here. I'll find an animal and then I'll come back. Alright, I'm right here and I found a deer. So let's see if we can cap this deer. Alright, he ran. You can see how fast they are. Unfortunately for him, when I have a pistol, he's not going to be fast enough. Got him. Alright, so let's go ahead and harvest this guy up. Again, I'm not going to talk while I harvest because it's really loud. You might not even be able to hear me. Okay. So I've explained sleeping bags. Sleeping bags are spawn points. You can put down multiple sleeping bags, and it's actually a little bugged at the moment. This game is in alpha. Actually, as of a couple days ago, the creator of the game has moved the game over to Steam, and it's not really for sale anymore. It'll be for sale again in a month or two when it goes into beta. But right now it's kind of closed, which kind of sucks. I'm sorry for you guys, but I'm telling you, man, this game's worth it. Just wait the month or two. I'll definitely still be playing it. So anyway, the game is in early alpha. So anyway, so you could put down multiple sleeping bags, and you'll just keep spawning at the next sleeping bag. Sleeping bags do have spawn timers on them. Like if you die at a sleeping bag and then die again right away, you'll have to spawn randomly. So that kind of sucks. This looks like a decent place to build. There's nobody here. Yeah, this might be a good place to build. Alright, I got some wood out here. I got some stone. Let me harvest all these resources and I'll be right back. Okay, I seem to have gotten all the wood in the area, and this will be a really good spot to build. Now, I'm going to show you a couple different buildings here. There is a wood shelter building, which only takes 50 wood, and if you're on a PvP server, that's a really good way to start. You want to get in that shelter as soon as you can. You place it down, it's one structure, and then all you got to do is put a door on it. A wooden door. I'm not going to build that because it's pretty self-explanatory. There's not much to it, and I don't want to waste the wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building the more more complicated structures. And you're going to need pillars, foundations, walls, doorways, windows, stairs, ramps, and ceilings. Now these things all take wood planks, so you have to refine your wood into wood planks. So I'm going to go ahead and refine 300 of my wood into wood planks. Now that is going to take 1 minute, and I'm not going to make you sit through that, so when it's ready I will come back. Okay, now as I'm crafting the wood planks, I'm still harvesting stuff in the area because I might as well make some use out of it. This is a really good area, man. There's just wood popping everywhere. At least in this area. And I don't see anybody here, which is kind of, I mean, look at, there's more wood nodes. I mean, this is incredible. I can't believe how much stuff is in here. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Now, when we build our house, we're going to be building, you know, a certain amount of like furnishings. I don't know what you would call it. Things you're going to put in your wood house. These things are going to be sleeping bags, furnaces, workbench, and storage boxes. Also, fireplace. It is really loud harvesting that wood, isn't it? Anyway, let me get... That's it for that? Okay. Let's find a good spot to build. I guess this is as good a spot as any. So I'm going to turn the rest of that wood into wood planks as well. Not all of it, maybe another 140. And while that's going, I will harvest this stone over here. So like I said before, and I want to reiterate this, this is a PvE server. That is player versus environment. Other players cannot hurt you on the server. But there is a caveat to that. They can't hurt you while you're awake. But when you leave the game, you basically go into this sleeper mode. And when you're in the sleeper mode, you can be attacked and you can be killed. So for your first day, I would really try hard to get a metal door up. Like I said, go in and, you know, look for those metal door blueprints, and try and get yourself a metal door before you log off the first night, and just pray you don't get, you know, ganked in your sleep. But on a PvP server, on a complete open PvP server, it's going to be a lot harder to start off. So there are PvP sleeper servers and PvP non-sleeper servers. So yeah, that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and craft. We're going to need a foundation. We're not going to need 2 foundations, but I'm gonna make 2 foundations just to show you guys a little something that I've learned in the game that's really going to help you out when building your base. You see how this like area is sloped? It goes up and down. Well, when you put down foundations, if you put them in the wrong way, like a lot of times I would plan to make like a building that was like 2 by 3, which means, you know, 6 foundations, like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 2 by 3. But because of the way the ground was sloped, I couldn't put foundations. Basically, I couldn't put foundations where I wanted them after I placed down the first one, and I'll show you how to avoid that issue, because it's a big issue, and I'm telling you right now, you guys need to pay attention to this part if you want to play this game, because it's really, really important. It will save you a lot of heartache. So we've got another minute on this, so I'm gonna pause the video here. Now I don't quite have enough wood to build what I wanted to build yet, but I just wanted to show you guys how dark the night gets here. And you do start off with torches, and you can actually craft them as well. So like I said though, on a PvP server this can be quite dangerous, because you know, people can spot you from much farther off. I went ahead and crafted 4 wood pillars. You'll see where those are needed. I crafted a wood doorway, a wood ceiling, and a wooden door. The last thing I need to craft is 3 wooden walls. So I'm going to go ahead and get the wood for that. Okay, it's just about daytime. I've got the wood I need. I've crafted what I need for it. I've got 3 walls. I only need one foundation, but I made 2 to show you guys how you want to build foundations. I got my pillars, the ceiling, the doorway, and the door. Now I'm gonna need another animal because I need more cloth to show you guys how to make the. I guess I don't really need the cloth for the sleeping bag. I mean, I can just show you how to make the sleeping bag. It's not like rocket science. But I'm definitely going to need to kill an animal for animal fat, because I need animal fat to make a furnace. And the furnace, the UI for the furnace is not quite finished yet, so I kind of want to make one and show you how to work with it, because it could be a little confusing if you don't know. But I don't see a lot of animals, unfortunately. Let me see what I can find. Now, I haven't found an animal yet, but I did want to tell you this one thing. I will show you how to build the fire and cook later, but I just want to let you know, you're probably not going to find all that food that I found, so you will probably have to have cooked your chicken by now. By the way, all animals in this game drop chicken at the moment, so I'm just letting you know, you probably would have had to build a fire and cook food by now, or you'd be dead. But since I ran in one of those buildings, I had different kind of food. Here we go, a bear. All right, and a wolf. That's not good. I can hold one, but not both. All right, I'm not bleeding, so that's good. I only have 2 bullets left. That's bad. All right, let's fight this guy. I'm bleeding. I just used my thing. Alright, I'm not going to be able to beat him. I'm bleeding again. No, I'm not bleeding anymore. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat the bear, but I did get the wolf. So we'll run the bear off, and then we'll circle around and get the wolf. Now, certain food in this game does have health properties, so I will eat some of those thingy-mabobs, and it did give me a little bit of health. Just too bad I ran out of bullets. Now I got to find that wolf, though. Alright, looks like the bear's off me. I gotta find that wolf. Alright. I knew I could handle the bear alone, but not... The bears are badass. Oh, God, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I got 4 animal fat. I only had 12 on me. I need 20, so I'm gonna have to circle around again. This bear's a pain in the ass. They follow you for a long time. Probably just have to run around in a circle. Actually, I could probably lose them on the rocks. Nah, screw it. I'll go back this way. You can lose the animals on rocks. I'll show you how to do that in my Let's Play series. But I just don't have time for it now. I'm trying to get done what I can in a reasonable amount of time here. Alright, that's not good. Alright, 17. I still need to kill another animal. Damn. And I'm hurting now, too, which is... And I have no bullets. I could make a bow and arrow. You can make bow and arrows in this game, but I'm not going to play around with that right now. You guys can play around them. Bow and arrows are very fun. I do use them on occasion, but I'm just not going to get into it right now because I'm, running short on time. There should be some animals in here. I'm hoping for some pigs, but I don't see any. And we have our victim. Let's take this guy out, get the animal fat, and do what we gotta do. And down you go. Alright, that's all the animal fat I need. Okay. This is a perfect spot to build right here, so I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to build your first hut. Now, most of the terrain in this game is going to be slanted. You're not going to find any real flat terrain usually, especially if you're building like a building with a big base. So what you want to do is you want to build on the highest point of where you're going to be building. Like, let's say I want to build right here. Okay. Now I have 2 choices on where to put my first platform. I could put it right here. Let's say I want to build here and here. Okay. Now, if I put the platform here, it's not going to let me build up, okay? On the right-hand side, it's not going to let me put another platform on the right of this platform. And just to show you that, watch. All right, so let's say I built my first platform here, and I wanted to expand my base this way. You can't do it. It's not going to let you. Because of the way the ground is, because of the way stuff's in the ground. So if you're going to be building a base on any kind of incline, and it doesn't even have to be that big of an incline, you have to build down. So you want your first foundation to be on the topmost part of the area you're going to be building in. I don't know if that made any sense to you guys. I hope that helped because it was a real problem for me. So you could put the next one right there, but you can't put it here. So if you're going to make a 2 foundation building and you want to build it here and here, you got to put this one down first. You can't put this one down first. If you want to build a 3, let's say you want to build a foundation that has 3. Let's say you want to build a building that has 3 foundations, okay? And you wanted to build it this way. You can't put one here. It won't let you. So if you wanted to build one, if you wanted to build it here going out this way, you would have had to put this one down first. I don't know if that made any sense. I hope it did, but I'm going to move on. So the next thing we're going to... Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is the way you get rid of animals when they're on your ass. He stopped. Come on. You jump up on the rocks. Can't get up here. and then you will lose him. The problem is he's on the wrong side. I can't get back to my building. There is not much I can do about this. Let me see what I got here. You know what? Let me see what I got. Can I make the bow and arrow? Resources, medical, ammo, weapons, hunting bow. I need cloth. I can't use that cloth. I want to make the sleeping bag. I might have no choice though, because it's freaking wolf. Let's just run him off. Alright, so you run him over here, and you jump up on the rocks. As long as you stay on the rocks, he can't get to you, and he'll get caught up on them. See? That's how you get him away. Now, I don't have much time because he might come back over here. So the first thing you're going to do when you put down your platform is you're going to put down these pillars. Now, you can't build walls or anything unless they're connected to a pillar. So let's go ahead and put our pillars there on the sides. Now, you can put the pillars in the middle. Make sure you don't. You put a pillar in the middle like that, you've ruined your building. You can also put them in the very middle of the building. And if you put it in the middle of your building, you've really ruined your building. So make sure the pillars go on the corners. Take your time and make sure you don't misplace them. I have misplaced them before, and it is not fun. So you got to decide where you want your door to be next. I'm going to make my door right here, just, you know, because why not? It's not facing the right way. If you just scroll your mouse wheel, it will. It turns green. It fits in. Now we need to put up the walls. This is pretty much self-explanatory. Wall, wall, wall. Now you're going to put up your ceiling. And now sometimes the ceiling doesn't fit in properly. If it doesn't, you got to scroll the mouse wheel. And now it should. There we go. Now you're going to place your door like so. You put number 5. This you got to be a little bit more careful with, and you just line it up as best you can. And there we go. We got a door. Now these walls right here are a lot stronger than the door. The door can be taken down with melee strikes. I think last I heard it takes about 120 something melee strikes to take down a door, but it can be done. So that's why you want to get those metal doors up as soon as possible, so you're safe in your house. Metal doors cannot be taken down with melee strikes of any kind. Now, while I'm talking about this, I'm going to craft a campfire because I need to start cooking food. But anyway, metal doors cannot be taken down with melee strikes. They can only be taken down with explosives. So you want to get a metal door as soon as you can. And when you finally get a metal door, you're going to want to take out this door to put it down. You're going to have to hit this 120 something times. It'll finally pop off, but there'll be a little, you won't be able to place the metal door right away. There'll be a little bit of a, I don't know what it is. It's like a wooden thing at the bottom, and it'll despawn after like 5 minutes. So you just got to wait that 5 minutes before you place down the metal door, just so you know. All right, here's the fire. You press number 5. You put down the fire. It's going to have 5 wood in it. We are going to right-click and split our food and put 1 in each area so it cooks faster. And then you press E. And there you go. Now, the way you get into the fire is you hold down the E key. When you hold it down, you can mouse over either of these two. Right now, I'm holding down the E key. So then you hit the open while you're holding down the E key, and you can get in there, and we are now cooking food. So the next thing we are going to craft is we have just enough. We are going to craft a storage box. Okay? One thing you're going to want to think about your building is you're going to want to leave room for expansion with your building. So I usually make my buildings 2x1 to start off with, depending on who I have around me, how old the server is, how much in jeopardy I feel like I am. If you feel like you're in jeopardy, you could make a 1. But what I would do is I would put doors on both sides of it. I would have made this a door as well. So that way you can expand out this way. You could open the door, put down more platforms, and expand your base. Because with 1 door, you can only expand this way. You could still expand though, actually. You would just have to expand this way, and this would be like an inner sanctum. You'd have to make the door coming from the outside into your base somewhere over here. Like right now it's a 1x1. If you wanted to make it a 2x1, you'd have to put pillar, pillar, wall, wall, and maybe a door right here. So I'll leave that up to you guys to explore that at your leisure. So right now we're going to put that down, but before we put that down, we are going to make a sleeping bag. So make sure you don't put these boxes too close to the side, because if you do, people could possibly reach in your box and get them from the outside. Now you have a storage box. You can put whatever you want in the storage box, and you're good to go. So right now we're crafting the sleeping bag. Now the storage box, the fire, and the sleeping bag are your holy trinity of the beginning of your fort, your base. That's what really counts in the very beginning. You need to get those up as soon as you start making your house. I am almost going to starve, so let me take out some of this food. Press number 5, and there we go. I'll show you a little bit of the food. It shows you exactly what it gives you. It gives you 500 calories. It takes off 20 rads, and it gives you plus 10 health. So this does heal you a little bit. I like to keep my food meter pretty low. So if I get into combat or I get in trouble, I could eat the food to gain a little bit of health back, and at the same time, I'm not wasting my food meter. Put some stuff in here that we're not going to use. That's good. Just put that there. Yeah, hold on to the rest of that. So let's put down our sleeping bag. Again, try and keep this sleeping bag a little bit away from the walls. Don't put it too close to the walls, because I've heard stories of people being able to break your sleeping bag from there. Now that I put my sleeping bag down, if I die, I will spawn here. Okay, the next thing we're going to want to make is the furnace. In order to make the furnace, we're going to need low-grade fuel, and we can't make low-grade fuel because we don't have enough cloth. I really want to show you guys the furnace. Let me go ahead and get some low-grade. Let me go ahead and get some more cloth. I'll be right back. Alright, I already killed one pig, but I didn't get enough cloth, so I'm going to have to kill another one. But the reason I started the video back up again was I wanted to tell you, even though this is a PvE server, there are still very heavy PvE elements to it. I was just thinking, as I am not around my shack, anybody can come there, and if they have enough time, they can break down the door and steal all my stuff, and there's nothing I can do about it. Actually, if I'm at the shack, and they break down my door and steal all my stuff, there's nothing I can do about it. So I just want to let you know that even though it's a PvE server, it's still got some heavy PvP elements to it. Alright, I've been beating on this deer for a little bit now. He's really hard to hurt, so what you could do is you can duck, and if you duck, you barely make any sounds, and you kind of sneak up on him. It still takes a while to kill him, but it's definitely doable. Okay, I got the cloth I need, so I'm heading back. Yeah, I was looking around for a while, and I don't usually try deer unless I have a gun or something, but, you know, I was kind of desperate because I didn't see anything else in the area. So, yeah, if you just, like, kind of, like, sneak up on him, just duck and get up to him really slow, you could definitely hit him, and he'll run, but then you can keep following him, and you'll eventually get him. So let's go ahead and make our low-grade fuel, because that's what we needed. We need 10 of these to make a furnace. There we go. And the furnace is really important because you need the furnace to cook. What's this jerk doing? Fuck out of here, loser. Anyway, the furnace is really important because you need it to cook this metal ore into, like, I forget what they're called, metal pieces or something. I forget. Here, let me take a look really quick. What are we? Alright. No, not low quality metal. Metal fragments, that's what you need it for. Okay, so now we have what we need to make the furnace. Let's go ahead and make the furnace. Oh, give me more wood. God damn it. And you know what? I actually passed wood out there. More than a couple times. What do I need? 20? Probably get what I need out of 2 trees. Okay, I've got enough wood now for the furnace. So let's go ahead and make the furnace. Now there's another item you can make called the workbench. I'm not going to get into the workbench. That's pretty self-explanatory. There's certain items in this game that you need to be next to a workbench. When you look at the item, it'll say what item that is. And the workbench is, you know, it's just an item you craft. There's nothing special about it. As soon as this is, you can't like show other recipes while you're crafting something. So let me just wait until this is done. And I'll show you what you need for the workbench. Maybe I'll make it. If I have what I need to make, I'll make it. Workbench. I do not have anywhere near enough, so forget it. But I will show you an item that you will need a workbench for. Pipe shotgun, okay? By the way, some of these, the hand cannon and the pipe shotgun are kind of like very primitive, you know, noob weapons, but they're pretty, you can make them fairly early. But anyway, right here, when I highlight over to pump shotgun, you can see it requires workbench. So what you do is you make a workbench and you place it, and you just have to be within the vicinity of the workbench. But for now, I will place down the furnace. Again, the furnace, just like the crate, the storage crate, make sure you don't put it too close to the wall, because people can steal your stuff through it. Now, there's no real UI for the furnace yet, not like the fireplace. But what you can do is basically you just put the wood in this box right here. I think you could put it anyone in the bottom. I'm not really sure, but I just put the wood right there. Then you put your iron in there and your sulfur, and you hit E, and there you go. You're now going to turn all this into metal that you can actually use. Sulfur turns into sulfur dust, which you can mix with charcoal to make gunpowder. And as this thing burns, it will produce charcoal as well. So there you go. Okay, so that is the basic idea of your first, few nights in the game, getting your first building together. Don't forget to keep looking for those metal door blueprints, guys. It's really important. The storage chest, the furnace, the fireplace, and the sleeping bag, all very important. You want to have in your first house. Now, as far as the neighborhood goes, the people building around you, I always try and make friends with everybody. Again, I'm on a PvP server, so I always try and make friends with the people I'm around. It doesn't always work. As a matter of fact, I would say more times than not it doesn't work. But you know what? It has worked now, and I actually have a crew on the PvP server. We actually have, I don't know, between 6 and 12 people, something like that. We have a lot of people building in the same area, protecting each other, looking out for each other. And that would not have happened if I didn't walk up to some stranger and say, "Hey, I'm friendly. Do you mind if I build in this area?" And this person said, "Yeah, sure. As a matter of fact, build right next to my house. You can join our little group here." And that's how I met somebody that I didn't even know. And now I know him. He's on TeamSpeak. He's brought in a lot of other people, and we're all looking out for each other, and it's really a lot of fun. All right, now I'm going to go over some of the frequently asked questions about this game. I took this off of a website, and as far as I know, some of this stuff might not be 100% accurate. Some of the information's old. This is an alpha. Things are continuously changing, but some of this stuff you might find interesting. All right, how many hits does it take with an axe to break a wooden door? Like this. All right, this guy says 112. I've heard 126. I would probably say it's about 120 strikes. How many hits does it take with a pickaxe? This guy says 56. Now, a pickaxe is another item you can get in this game. Blueprints will stay with you forever. Whether you live, die, get your house burned down, none of it matters. Once you've studied a blueprint, you have it forever until the server wipe. Okay, servers do get wiped sometimes, but I'm hoping now that it's on Steam it won't be as frequent, but they do get wiped. Can you break this and that? Okay, this is what you can break as far as I'm aware of. With melee strikes, you can break doors, boxes, barricades, ramps, stairs, sleeping bags, storage bags, fires, and wood shelters, the craftable ones. The wood shelters like these things. Okay? With C4 / grenades, basically explosives. I don't know why they call them C4. They're called like explosive charges or something, but people call them C4. You can break walls, which are these. I've been told it takes 7 C4 charges to break a wall. You can break metal doors. I've heard it takes two C4 charges to break a metal door. And everything else that you can break with melee, obviously. Okay, this is another piece of information about the game that I'm not quite clear on. Someone said, how does decay work? This game does have a decay thing. I don't know, even a decay mechanic. Decay destroys structures and doors over time. Time span of around 4 days. Now, that's not the case anymore for wood shelters. Wood shelters go away after 24 hours. So don't stay in your wood shelter for the first... don't build a wood shelter and then log off and not come on for 2 days. Your wood shelter will be gone. Now, this is not a wood shelter. This is a properly built structure. But wood shelters are not like that. Decay short time. Little faster for doors starting from the top of your house down. How do you repair stuff? Right-click the destroyed object with the required resource: wood, metal, leather, cloth. Now, I made some metal doors on my PvP server, and I put metal ingots in my... right-click the decayed object with the required resource. I don't know if I right-clicked. Well, I went up to my metal door and I put metal fragments in number 5, and I think I left-clicked. Maybe you should right-click. To tell you the truth, guys, I'm not 100% on the way decay works. I'm just going to drop it right now, but I'm just going to let you know that there is a decay thing in this game, so you do want to log on more often than not. You don't want to go more than 1 or 2 days without playing this game if you're going to play on a PvP server and you're taking it seriously. Did I mention the airplane? I'm not sure, but that airplane that flies overhead flies over once a day and drops supply crates. And those supply crates have some of the best items in the game. They're incredibly important, and they are incredibly sought after and fought over. So they're kind of hard to get. Alright, that is about it for the very beginning of this game. Like I've said in the beginning of this video, I am going to be doing a Let's Play of PvP, Open PvP Let's Play. I've already started making videos, but when I started making videos, we already had a bunch of stuff built. So I wanted to make this video to show you guys how to start off, because in my Let's Play video series, you won't see this kind of stuff. You'll see me already in a building, and, you know, I just wanted you guys to see how I got to the point I was in the Let's Play. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Tips, Tricks, and Tutorials, and I'll see you for the next one. Till then, take it easy.